Hey YouTube, here's a quick thought. In Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Chapter 1 talks about three things. Don't criticize someone, don't condemn someone, which is to criticize them in public and to be like, you're wrong. If someone does something wrong, like morally wrong, and then you were to condemn them, you were to criticize them about that in public and be like, you don't do that, right? Condemning. And number three, don't complain. Do not criticize other people. Why? Why should we avoid criticizing other people? Well, let me tell you why. When you criticize someone, they are more likely to rebuke your criticism. You know, it's not going to end well. Okay? Other people don't think they're doing wrong. You know? If like I'm blanking. Don't mind me. We're keeping that in the video. If I were to criticize someone for doing a poor job at work, they leave grime on dishes, they're not, if I were to criticize them, what would that do to their performance? Think about it. If someone were to criticize you at work and put you down in a negative way, what would that do to your performance? You know? So, this is really weird. Looking right into a camera. Not used to it. But think about it. How would you feel if someone criticized you at work? You're putting your heart and soul into it, and you're really trying. You're having a rough day. Having a good attitude is not. Your heart's not in it right now. And your boss comes up to you and he says, "You are horrible. There is grime all over these dishes. Why can't you be better?" And they criticize you. It's gonna make you feel shitty, and it's gonna make you, well, I'm doing my best over here. Instead of your boss comes up and he starts helping you out, right? Versus, so there's the criticism side, right? And then there's the other side where your boss is patient, understanding, comes up to you and says, and just starts helping you do the dishes. And instead of criticizing you, just, hey, I noticed there's a few grime spots here. And I noticed that these grime spots are really tough to get out. Let me show you how I do it. Let me show you how I clean it. You don't have to clean it this way, but this might really help you down the road, right? And so don't criticize someone, because when you criticize them, you might emotionally hurt them for a really long time. Human beings are emotional creatures. We are not logical. We like to think we're logical, but it's a lot harder to think with logic than it is with emotion. It's easier said than done, right? Some people have to train years to be able to think logically in certain situations where majority of people would react and get angry. People are very reactive and they react emotionally. So, don't criticize, don't condemn. And then finally, don't complain. When you complain, you are allowing a situation to control you. That situation is controlling you emotionally. You are reacting to it, right? When you complain about something or when you complain about someone. It also, you forget to be grateful for what you have in your life. When I complain about rent, I forget to be grateful for the house, for the roof that I have over my head. When I complain about my spouse, my boyfriend or my girlfriend, my daughter or my son, I forget to be grateful that they're in my life to begin with. Because I'm human and I'm not perfect and I make mistakes, I forget to be grateful that they put up with me. When we complain, we lose power. We lose control in that aspect of our life. And you don't want to lose control over the things you can control. Because there's a lot in this world we cannot control, that people try to control. Other people, politics. You can't control that. You can control your attitude. You can control the things you say. You can control the things you do. You can control your habits. You can control the effort that goes into those habits. But that's it. That's all you can control. You can only control you. You can't control your spouse. You can't control your kids. There are universal laws. That is one of them. So, on that note, don't criticize people, don't condemn people, and don't complain. When Abraham Lincoln, he was, before he was president, he was known for criticizing people. And he was a very, very big criticizer. He would write letters, and one particular letter he wrote led to him almost losing his life. That person wanted to duel Lincoln. He wanted to duel. Lincoln took up broadsword, like they were like straight curved swords or something like that. Because he had trained in swords and he had long arms, so he's like, advantage, and then I don't know what the other guy had. It might have been like dual pistols or something, I'm not sure. But that duel was only stopped because the second men in that duel decided, nah, this doesn't need to happen. And back then, if you were challenged to a duel, you accepted, or else your honor was on the line, right? That's not a concept that exists anymore. Honor, but yeah, don't criticize someone, because they will carry that emotional baggage with them for the rest of their life, and they will use it against you, or you will be affected because of it. So, don't criticize, don't condemn, and don't complain. Let's build a life with heart and with confidence. Love you all. God bless.